Cairo to attend.
Arafat was happy to be in the parliament, and he was happy that Sadat is paying attention to the Palestinian problem.
Sadat put his text aside, but he carried on speaking. I told the foreign minister he is about to throw a political grenade.
After 7 years of trying everything else but talking to Israel, Sadat broke the ultimate Arab taboo.
I am willing to go anywhere. Israel will be surprised to hear that I am ready to go to them, even to the Knesset itself, and negotiate with them.
The idea that Sadat would negotiate directly with Israel was so unthinkable, the audience applauded without realizing what he had said.
Everyone was applauding Sadat. Even Yasser Arafat was clapping. I know, because he was sitting next to me.
In Tel Aviv, no one was sure if Sadat really meant it.
Sadat then said if Begin invited him, he would come next week.
The next day, Prime Minister Begin was hosting a lunch at the Hilton Hotel.
The head of CBS in Israel wanted Begin's reaction. Begin was eating at the head table. I went up and gave him the message. He said, "Sure, I'll invite Sadat from here."
Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby invite President Sadat on behalf of the government of Israel to come to Jerusalem and to start negotiations to establish permanent peace between Israel and Egypt.
Before accepting the invitation, Sadat flew to Syria to persuade President Assad that the trip to Jerusalem would not be a betrayal of the Arab cause.
We asked the president to arrest Sadat to stop him going anywhere.
But Assad considered Sadat his guest and preferred to hear him out.
President Assad was trying to make Sadat change his mind.
He told me, it will be proved that you are wrong. I said, very well, Assad. This is a sacred mission for me. And if this is going to be the last mission as a president, I shall be very happy to fulfill it.
President Assad was not impressed. They talked for 7 hours.
Assad's ministers urged him to act. The Presidential Guard was standing by.
President Assad refused. He said, "It is against the Arab tradition for a man to arrest his guest."
President Sadat returned safely to Egypt. 3 days later, he set off for Jerusalem.
I feared for his safety. We had been enemies for 40 years. He was putting himself at their mercy. He would be sleeping there that night. I was very anxious. Sadat's plane was late. I overheard a senior security officer talking. He was saying, "Hold on. Maybe instead of Sadat, there is a suicide squad on the plane. And they will jump out and kill the assembled Israeli leaders."
When we arrived in Tel Aviv, it was like I was coming to outer space. It means it was something completely new. I find myself in a car, sitting near Moshe Dayan, and we have to find how to begin a conversation. And I have read in the book that he was interested in archaeology. So I mentioned that I was interested in archaeology. and we begin to talk archaeology.
The Israeli people greeted Sadat's arrival from Egypt as though